Okay. So we're talking about the people in your life are not asking for coaching, but you want to coach them anyway.
Yes, yes, it's almost coming off. I can clearly see there are stress, there's a depression,
Hmm.
and then from the outsider perspective, that I can see why,
Hmm.
and at least my interpretation of why.
Hmm.
And then I was like, okay, if somehow the person can either take more responsibility or be more open to different ideas, those stress and depression will disappear. And and instead of struggling with it, uh, the person can actually move into structural fulfillment. Like, what do I do to change the situation?
Hmm.
But the way I see is the person that once she's stuck in the victimhood, or she's stuck in depression, it's like a dog is just chasing its tails. It's not improving it, and and so that's the motivation for me of saying, oh, if only uh, she can have a different perspective, like a forum leader is able to instill that different perspective
Hmm.
to a person, and while a person coming to the forum, she's already full of like a depression or stress, but forum leader is able to shift that.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm hearing you say is you're interacting with people and you can see what they're bumping up against. And
Yes.
there doesn't seem in their world a way out of that. You really want to
Mhm.
shift that for them to work on something else and help relieve that stress. And I like the example that you gave about the forum leader deals with this. But, and here's the main difference, and this is a big one.
Mhm.
If they don't give you permission to coach or interact with them, how do you occur for them?
Could be occur as making wrong.
Hmm.
um that that I'm trying to impose my philosophy and my value
Hmm.
to their philosophy and their value.
Yeah. And it could even, I like that. That's good. And maybe it doesn't occur that you are making them wrong, but there is something wrong.
Hmm.
And in their world, maybe that's not what's wrong. Like, this is just free advice that I never asked,
Right.
right? Have you ever gotten free advice before?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah. How does that land?
uh well, before Landmark, I was totally resisting on it
Hmm.
because of the arrogance, like I'm the smartest guy in the world. Who are you to tell me to do anything? Now, after so many training, I'm a lot more open to this.
Right. That was brilliant. You've had a lot of training in being coachable, but they haven't necessarily.
Yes.
So without getting that permission to have that conversation, it's just there's a wall
Yeah.
that's that maybe wasn't even there and is now there. So there's an
Yes.
added element. So why have you not asked them if you can interact with them?
Um, I I I did ask, saying, okay, in a way of, okay, can I offer something, or like a like a like a using the phrase to get into like a can I offer
Mhm.
something, or but but what I encounter is normally the person is more interested
Hmm.
in getting his whole word justified
Hmm.
and explain her thinking to me and sort of trying to get a validation saying it is everybody will think the way I think if they're in my situation.
Yeah. Do you know where that comes from?
Hmm. Let me think. Hmm. Like like I'm right?
In a way, yeah. They People tend to justify themselves when they feel like
Mm-hmm.
someone else is saying, "You're not doing this right."
Right. I see. I see. It's coming from the resistance and sort of self protection.
It's yeah. I mean, you're coming at them. I know that you have the best of intentions. You want to make a difference for them. They don't want that difference. So now
Yeah.
they're justifying what I'm doing is fine, and this is why I'm doing it. And
Mm-hmm.
you know what? The biggest difference between where you're at right now is that at one point in your life, you put your hand up and say, I want the landmark forum. I want to do this. And they haven't done that yet. And if they have done the landmark forum and you ask, may I offer you something? And they're no, then they're being uncoachable. And they've already given you their answer. No.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
there's nothing wrong with the way they are. They are whole and perfect and complete the way they are. And
Mm-hmm.
their identity has survived and it has shown them how to be so that they can get through life. And until they see that there is another way, or maybe they want another way, there's another way available, there's nowhere to go. It's kind of like convincing someone to buy a different car. Why would someone come up to me? I have a Prius. Why would you think I need a different car? I'm completely happy with my car. Gets great
Mm-hmm.
gas mileage. It's slow, but it's not like I have to be somewhere in a hurry. It's big, but I can put a lot of stuff inside of it. Why would I want something different? It's a hybrid. And people are going to give me all the reasons that they have about why their car or some other car is so much better. My car is paid for.
So how would you approach it?
I would ask them, Kai, I hear what you're saying, and I'd recreate them. You're doing this because of this, this, this. This is how life is occurring. There may be another way of looking at it. Would you be open to interacting with me on this, to talking about it? If they say no, that's the end of that discussion. If they say
Okay.
yes, that opens the door. And I also ask, would you mind? Would you mind if we do this?
Mm. So asking for permission is the key.
It really is. And once they've given me permission, all right, here we go. But I'm not going to bowl them over with, it's still my opinion. This is still
Mm-hmm.
what I see and think. Doesn't mean that I'm right. And I'm always at this moment still open for what will come up. I'm very present to what will come up in that conversation. I have no agenda. The moment that I have an agenda and we're going to talk about X, it's over. Because now I'm not open to hearing what they have to say and they'll know it. You can smell it.
Ah, that's why. Because I always have agenda
Mhm.
in my conversations. I call that intentional, but that is the agenda part.
Well, I have an intention that whatever they're experiencing, let's disappear that. And I'm committed that whatever they're experiencing is easier, but I'm not attached to the way this has got to go. Does that help?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna